there are those who would criticize the Voting Rights Act because there have been districts drawn pursuant to the Voting Rights Act that were intended to increase the possibility of a protected minority group electing a person of their choice, and yet that meant then the district might be drawn on the basis of race. And there are people who have been very critical of that because they feel that that has led to a polarization, that has at least continued a polarization that is not beneficial to this country. But there's no denying that the act has had a very, what I consider to be very positive effect in integrating the minority groups into the decision-making process in this country. I think it was very necessary for the health of this country, and I am glad that we have achieved that goal.
Well, and the jurisprudence since then has really actively taken up those very objections, right?
Certainly, the Voting Rights Act has comes under constant attack. There are cases ongoing at the present time that challenge the constitutionality of various parts of that act, and it is very possible that the Supreme Court will strike down portions of the Voting Rights Act in the future. We will just have to see. It is an evolving process, Jim, and as an attorney who has practiced in this area for almost 40 years, I have seen many changes, and I would expect to see many more.
In a lot of ways, the influence of that initial kind of silence on elections continues, right?
Yes, the Constitution is, as I initially indicated, essentially silent on elections. It does not provide a great many specifics. If you look at other countries, you will find many specifics, which then will leave courts only a little room to maneuver and to interpret. But in the United States, there is a great deal of room under the Constitution, and the courts have read some rights and protections into the Constitution that other justices may not agree with. And thus we see a continually evolving circumstance that could in fact change in the near future.